Conan, you're part of your resume, writer for 2 years on The Simpsons. And so since we're doing this tribute to the great Phil Hartman, he also did a lot of voices.
Yep.
Did you interact with him?
Yeah, I wrote an episode, the Monorail episode, and I wrote a part for this smooth talking kind of music man salesman, and I called him Lyle Lanley. And it was just always written kind of as a Phil role, because Phil did a lot of great voices on The Simpsons. And so it was fun because I went to The Simpsons after I was at SNL. So I worked for a bunch of years with Phil and you guys at SNL. Then I move on to The Simpsons and I write this episode, but there was a chance to kind of reconnect professionally with Phil, which was a really cool thing. And one of the things I like about that episode is Phil is obviously great. He's fantastic. And he played a character also called Troy McClure on The Simpsons, who's just beloved.
Yes.
He played a few great characters, but I was very fortunate because I wrote this part for him and he could do it. And he, of course, was amazing, as he always was. And what's nice about that episode is it just bounces around in the universe. Those Simpsons episodes just rocket around the world. So it doesn't matter where I go. There's all these people that they're like, oh, yeah, I guess you did some stuff in late night. But man, Simpsons, dude, and so it resonates. It really resonates with them.
I'm not familiar with that episode. So when you said Music Man, was Phil kind of talk singing as well?
Yes. There's a part where basically, as the Music Man tried to sell, the episode starts out as kind of a Music Man parody. And then the second half of it is a Irwin Allen disaster movie parody. But the first part is Lyle Lanley shows up in town, and he's a guy the town is coming to some money, and they're trying to figure out how to spend it. And of course, Marge wants to spend it sensibly. And then, this guy stands up who's wearing a straw boater, and it's Phil, and it's Phil doing his. Phil was so good at smooth characters. So good at kind of saying, "Hey, I think I could help you out here. I'm Lyle Langley," and and then he basically tells them, "What you guys want is a monorail," and I loved monorails. Were just always felt so stupid and silly to me, like this fake promise of the future that doesn't really accomplish much. It's just a trolley in the sky, and so anyway, he sings sings a song about the about the monorail, and and of course Phil did it beautifully, and it was really fun. And it's just nice that it's out there. And then a nice come about all these years later was The Simpsons did a big reunion show. I don't know if it was their 30th or must have been their 30th. And they had a big show at the Hollywood Bowl. And Matt Groening and James L. Brooks asked me, and the Simpsons writer said, "Hey, Conan, would you come back and sing the Monorail song at the Hollywood Bowl with the Hollywood Gay Men's Choir?" And the answer to that is yes.
I remember that event. Yeah, I didn't go to it. I remember that. It was huge.
That was really fun. It was really fun. And it was one of those moments where you get to take your long, thin spoon and pick the whipped cream and the cherry off the top of the sundae. It's just perfect because not a lot of work. Just come in. I think we did it twice. We did 2 shows. You get a nice score, and it's the fucking Hollywood Bowl. And it was very nice to just, because obviously I did it was just to channel Phil as best I could.
Did you dress up like his animated character?
I did. Yeah. So they got me the suit, the Lyle Lanley suit and the hat. And I have a great photo they sent me of me holding my hat in the air, full song and dance, Jimmy Cagney and Yankee Doodle Dandy with the Hollywood Gay Men's Choir behind me. And it's a prized possession because it looks like, wow, Conan had a very successful career in vaudeville.